The first Saturday of fall in Northeastern Kentucky finds a chill in the air and the trees starting to change color. It was an opportune time to go for a scenic drive in the search for autumnal bounties. I am author Gwen Alyce Clayton. This past weekend, my husband Eddie and I went along the Heritage Harvest Tour of working farms along Rural Route 3 in Lawrence and Boyd counties. Money is kind of tight this year, but we still wanted to be part of the fun. So we set a budget and planned our route. We were able to download the map and program from the tour's Facebook page. Pro tip, if you are printing out the documents from your home computer, be sure to select Shrink to Fit. Otherwise, the images may cut off at the edges. There were 9 venues participating in the tour this year. Between time and money limitations, it wouldn't be realistic to assume we'd make each of them, so we triaged our route. We noticed 3 of the 9 venues charged admission, so we had to decide if it was worth it for us this year. Since we don't have children, we didn't need the kids' activities, so we put those on the back burner. There was one venue that had a wreath making workshop though, and I wanted to make sure I got that. So we added that to our list of expenses. 2 venues that were absolute musts were the country breakfast at Mount Olive Free Will Baptist Church and the Winery, of course. Those were on our list of places to go for sure. When Saturday morning came, we headed out to Mount Olive Free Will Baptist Church, where we were treated to a lovely plate of biscuits and gravy, scrambled eggs, bacon, sausage, and sliced apples in cinnamon sauce, paired with coffee and orange juice. With bellies full of good stuff, we waddled over to Forgotten Times Farm, where I met owner Mark Sexton, who spoke to me about his property and this event. Tell me about the event today.
Well, I mean, it's an event for everybody to just come and enjoy and see what farming's about and to have a good time.
How many years have you been doing this?
Well, this is the 12th year of the Heritage Harvest Tour. And then we have a greenhouse also in Canonsburg.
Why is this important?
Well, it's important for the kids to know where food comes from, how it's grown, and a lot of them think that this stuff just comes from Walmart.
We spent a good chunk of time there because there were so many great photo ops and we captured some wonderful footage. Forgotten Times is known especially for their mums and their straw maize. While I was getting videos of the barn quilt, Mark told Eddie that during the Civil War, barn quilts were used to send secret messages to slaves escaping the bonds of captivity. I came home with some heirloom tomatoes, some pumpkin seeds, and snacking peppers. But although I think one of them might be a habanero, but I'm not sure. I'll find out when I bite into it. Our next stop was Savage Farms Winery. My fiction books are all about a haunted winery, so of course I had to check out our local place. The tasting room was packed, but I muscled up to the bar nonetheless and tasted almost everything they were pouring. I ended up with a bottle of apple wine. When we finished up there, we headed down Route 3 to Kentucky Roots, which had a bunch of antiques that had I not been on a budget, they definitely would have come home with me. They had pottery, textiles, furniture, soap, potpourri, and all kinds of cool stuff. But I was good and found my way to the Boyd County Extension Office's Master Gardener's booth, where they were holding a wreath making workshop. I paid my $10 and got my lesson.
No pop right now. I like to do with a 10-inch wreath. You need some longer ones.
Yeah, I'm going to take this in the
Is that one too wide or are you okay with it?
I'm okay with it. I don't know.
I
don't know anything. I never made one before.
Oh, it's just what you like. Some people like them really skinny and wispy. I like kind of variety. Equal. And then there's a foot pedal here. hardest part is that.
Yeah.
And you can add, like sometimes on mine, if you like it, you can add that in.
Some of the, what's that called?
Silk.
Silk.
There's one, and I kind of angle. You just want to make sure that
I
you
thought it
cover
looks good
this
with the
part.
silk. I like it, yeah.
Okay. But you'll need a little bit more than that, 'cause you want it nice and full. And if you decide that you like them more wispy, you can shred them while they're in here.
Oh, that's true.
So
you can shred them, but you can't combine them.
No. And then you hit your foot pedal. That's pretty smart, though. Okay.
Okay.
Another big bundle right there and cover up that green.
Oh, that's the goal, to cover up the green. All right, so the green's covered up?
Yep.
And is that good? Can
That's good. I like it. Go ahead and...
Watch your fingers.
When you get to the last one, you're gonna hold this side up and just make sure that it goes underneath.
Okay.
And then slide that back under.
It's more silky. It's silky.
Yeah, grab one.
Silk stockings. That would be itchy.
So it would make for an interesting read.
All right, and then
There you
fold
go.
it over. Alrighty. And then do I put a bow on it?
You can buy a bow over here to put on it if you'd like to do one.
Pre-made bows were an additional $5, which I happen to have because I hadn't shot my whole wad yet.
Let me show you. You look at your wreath and you find where there's a gap right here.
Okay.
So if you like your bow on the bottom, we turn it like this. I don't know how you like the bow.
I don't know how I like my bow either.
I'm a side bow girl. I'll put it on here and then I'll show you how you can turn it. Just take it and pull it back here and wire it on. And then I don't cut the wires off. I just kind of stick them back through so that you still have the wire. If you want to take it off and use it for something else. And then you fluff it out. Alright, and then you can hang it to the side. Or if you like it on the bottom, you just kind of twist the bow itself to make it come down to the bottom. There you go.
By then, I had $1.50 left. And wouldn't you know it, that was enough to buy a Marconi pepper at Farmhouse Memories, the southernmost stop of the tour. Tell me about these Marconi peppers.
Italian sweet peppers, they really shine when you cook them. When you put heat on them, they get a smoky, sweet flavor. They take bell peppers to the next level, and if you've never tried them, they're great for stuffing, fajitas, raw in salads, versatile, and they're just as impressive as sweet peppers I think you'll find.
As we browsed the rest of the shop and the vendors that were outside, I noticed there was a local author selling a book called Ghosts of the Big Sandy River. As I got to talking about the people manning the booth, I learned that the town is making a film based on the novel, and it was so exciting. Check it out. Okay, so tell me about this book.
Okay, well, this book is called Ghosts of the Big Sandy River. And it was written by Eddie Hartshorn, who lives in Columbus, Ohio, but he has family that's from this area, so he decided to base this fictional story on real places around Louisa and Fort Gay. And so after I met Eddie a couple of years ago, we decided that we would try to make it into a film project and actually film it right here in Louisa. So we have a gentleman from Fort Gay who went to film school, Joe Robertson, who's one of the producers. And together we've all, as a team, created a script, and we're working toward making a project of filming it all on Louisa, or in Louisa, all based on the book. So it's a really fun project. So we've been raising money, and so we're selling the books and the t-shirts that Zeb's got on and some different things. And we hope to film in either April or June of next year. So
Okay.
Zeb is going to play one of the main characters, Clayton Hall, who is one of the two brothers that moves back to Louisa. And then the other kids are in different cities, but this is Spencer. And Spencer is going to play his brother, Scott. And then over here is Mahala, and she's going to play the cousin, Jaylyn, who lives in Fort Gay. And so the three kids have a summer full of adventure, and they go to the bridge between Kentucky and West Virginia and make a wish to see ghosts. And then interesting things begin to happen. And the ghost kind of connects them with some things, and some good things happen. There's a love story kind of mixed with some other people in the book, and the kids reunite some true loves that had got separated by some issues in life. So it's the book is fun to read, but the film's going to be awesome to watch as well.
Fabulous. So, tell me, what is your role about in this?
I'm going to be Clayton. He's one of the main three characters. He's the older brother of Scott. They moved in from Ohio back into the Louisa Fort Gay area, and he's sort of the adult, or the most adult there is of the three, as well as sort of just the leader and the tough guy, which explains his Marine Corps shirt and his dog tags and his just general persona and the backpack he carries and everything. He's the outdoor, hardcore, kind of get out there and have some fun and prank people kind of kid. Scott, his brother, is far more a scaredy cat. Like a simple tap on his door would give him a heart attack. So,
Do you have a background in drama?
not much drama, just acting I've done over the past 3 years and sort of just built up, and hell, now I'm in here and doing this.
So that was my 2022 Heritage Harvest Tour. I had a blast, and I can't wait for next year. I'd like to thank the University of Kentucky College of, let me get this straight, Agriculture, Food, and Environment Cooperative Extension Offices of Boyd and Lawrence counties for hosting the event, as well as the many farmers, churches, and shops that open their doors to the public. You can find links to everything I've discussed today in the description box. If you found this video interesting or informative, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to the Rivervine YouTube channel for more quality content. I'm your host, Gwen Alyce Clayton. I post videos every Tuesday evening. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.